What's up guys, this is Brad at Hourglass Fab, and today we're going to touch down on a quick topic that a couple of you had about the portable bandsaw to vertical bandsaw setup that I did with the table. And a lot of you are wondering how I actually secured the bandsaw to the table. We'll go over that today, along with a couple other things.
Waiting for you. You were always taking time, baby, playing it through. I was calling out your name, with my eyes on the wall. You were running like a ghost from me. You were running from it all. You got me waiting, I'm on fire.
So guys, this is a pretty basic design. You just have a tube frame. This is some 1x1 hot rolled square tubing. This is some 1x2.5 square tubing used as just a center gusset. Then you have 4 pieces of angle that are your vertical posts. And then on top of those pieces of angle, what I did was I had little pieces of square stainless with holes in them. They were all laser cut from some job. And I welded nuts on the back side of those, put those on top, and then I laid these holes out on this plate to just screw into all of those nuts that were welded on the back side with these bolts up here that are countersunk. And that's what's holding this table on. Now on these bandsaws, what comes on them is a blade guide, and what that blade guide does is it basically rests on whatever you're cutting, using this in a portable aspect, and it tries to kind of guide that blade so you're actually cutting through perpendicular to the part and making it a 90-degree cut. But underneath that blade guide are 2 Allen socket head caps holding it on. You take those out and now you have 2 drilled and tapped holes. And between those drilled and tapped holes, they're inside of a channel. And the channel is perfectly true to this blade. So the outside of that channel is perfectly parallel with this blade. So if you use those 2 drilled and tapped holes to mount your portable bandsaw to your table and it rests on top of that channel, then your blade is going to be perfectly perpendicular to this table. Therefore, all of your cuts are going to be nice and straight. This is just a little clamp here, and I put that on the trigger. And then I just squeeze that down so now the trigger is always engaged. Now what I do is I plug this into a foot pedal, an on and off switch foot pedal, and then I plug the foot pedal into the wall. So basically, the trigger is always engaged with this clamp, and I can just tap the foot pedal for on, tap the foot pedal for off. And it just makes it safe and efficient, and a lot easier than messing with this little trigger back here every single time you want to use the bandsaw. Now this table was all MIG welded. I didn't do any TIG on it. If you don't have a welding machine and you can't do it this way, get creative. You know, grab a piece of aluminum, lay this out. You know, you can go pick up a drill press for pretty cheap if you don't have one. Drill these holes out, lay everything out, mount your bandsaw to a table, get a piece of aluminum square tubing, something thick like some 2x2, make a bracket, bolt it onto this, and then put it in a vise. And now you'll have your portable bandsaw mounted to a table with a post that's in the jaws of your vise. And you can do it that way. If you absolutely have no way to drill through metal or cut metal or make this, make it out of wood. I mean, if that's something that'll work for you. Just think outside the box. You don't have to do it this way. This is just a guideline. And I just wanted to show a couple of you that had questions on how I actually mounted this Portaband to this tabletop. If you guys like this video, hit that like button please. And if you want to follow along with welding content, random DIY tips, tool reviews, stuff like that, subscribe to the channel. It's just going to keep getting better and I could use the support. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. And you all have a good day.